Alright, I guess I'm streaming. I don't actually know if I am or not. Yeah, okay. I'm streaming. Stuff is technology, man. I don't know. So, let me make sure this is working. This is working. Alright. Oh, yeah, we got people in here. Class E, what's going down, Tommy? Let me switch so you can actually. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Cool. What is going down? Can you hear? So, all right, let me test out the audio because that's always the issue. So I'm playing keys. Everyone can hear the keys. Can anyone hear the keys or no? No one wants to answer me. It's cool. I'll make a beat in silence. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So shout out everyone tuned in. I can't actually stream for that long tonight. It's Memory's birthday. I don't know if you saw the Instagram post, but it is his birthday. He's 22 today, and I actually have to leave the house. So you know how I feel about leaving the house and going into the outside world. Anyway, word. So I played this a second ago. This is just Omnisphere. People keep asking. It's just an Omnisphere preset. But when I add cool stuff like this, honestly, I pitch shift a lot because this this keyboard preset sounds kind of vintagey. So I'm gonna mess with the EQ a little because I don't like the highs. They're dangerously high, and the lows cause mud, so I usually cut those out. But then if I pitch shift, which it involves time stretching because I'm preserving the time, sounds even more sampled. And then of course you got gross beat. It's not just for people with FL Studio. Don't let them lie to you. It's way doper now, honestly. I see why someone said BeatStars on the track. I see why people like Class E, who's repping FL Gang in my chat. I have a no gang policy. You get a pass for now, but I see why people like that program. Gross beat is dope, but you can use it with other VSTs. This is the VST I use. This is Magic's Acid. They'll be happy to know that people are asking. So Magic's Acid. And I keep saying, I gotta get my life together because I have copies of this to give away. So I'm gonna be hosting some kind of giveaway very soon. Scooter, that's fine with me. I don't understand a lot of these messages that I'm getting. Someone remembers the popsicle incident in Atlanta. I don't understand a lot of this stuff. Oh, track measures, appreciate it. Yeah, oh, you started on Acid Pro in 2002. That I've been doing it for a while. Like the 90s maybe. No, maybe not. I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. Maybe 2000. Um, I don't know. One of these kicks is gonna work. I don't care what DAW anyone uses. I don't care what. Yo, if you use samples, MIDI loops, splice loops, sounds loops, I don't care. That's just me. If the beat is good, then it's cool. It's definitely not the most complicated DAW ever. Getting a lot of questions. Oh yeah, Lucid Dreams. You know, sample clearance, man. There are two camps in the production world. There are the people that hate samples and they look at this situation with the Juice World song and they say, well, that's what happens when you sample. And I mean, legally, when you are the owner of both the master and the composition, you kind of do whatever you want. When somebody samples it, you can either just say no to the song completely, or you can negotiate for a percentage. And I guess, I mean, we all know what Sting did with the Notorious B.I.G. tribute record. He's talked about that, so it's not surprising that he took 80%. And then again, I don't know if he took, because I saw the tweet, it's all over the internet, that the producer Nick Mira said Juice WRLD took 85% of the record, or sorry, Sting took 85% of the Juice WRLD record, but I don't know if that's 85% of the entire composition or just the composer's share. Honestly, if he just took 85% of the composer's share, you know, I think most of these guys are taking 100% of the whole thing. But if he just took 85% of it, and yeah, Joey, it doesn't matter if you replay it, because you still own the composition. That's how the law works. I'm not taking sides on this because I hate that. Listen, man, people are sampling. I've been in situations where I've sampled, 2 seconds worth of some record that wasn't generating any type of money for its creators, and suddenly they want 100% of the composition. 100%. It's like that sample is not it. It does not compose 100% of the beat. There are all these other elements. It might compose 20%. So if you want 20%, if you want 30%, even if you want 50%, but 100%. And I don't want to speculate on the numbers because I have no idea. I didn't see the contract. I'm just going off of what a tweet said. If a producer said Sting took 85%, I don't see why anyone would lie about that. And I can tell you for sure that I've sampled very small portions of records and had 100% of the composer's share eaten up by by the people who own that share. Hold on one second. And the way I feel is, well, one, it's their right to take everything if you sample, and two, it's whack when they take everything. I think that's trash. I don't see why you would. You get sampled. Yeah, get your money, but 100% that's greedy. I don't know. I think that's stupid. Um, and every time I bring up sampling, there's always some producer that says, "Oh, I manipulate the sample so much." Look, man, people get caught. The last thing you want to do. This is all I'm gonna say on this because I'm not in the mood to argue with anybody. The only thing I'm gonna say on this is if you sample, no matter how much you chop, no matter how much you manipulate, no matter how much you shift the pitch, no matter what you do, you can reverse, you can process, whatever. If you don't disclose that your beat contains a sample to the person who is licensing or purchasing it, that I feel is morally wrong, because there's always a chance someone will catch it, and you know it doesn't feel right to me to do that, and we all make our own decisions though, so I'm not telling you what to do. Everyone can do what they want to do. Another thing I'll say too is um, be careful out there with these scams. There's a lot going on, a lot of producer scams. I'm gonna make a whole video on this because I'm worried. And there was actually, and shout out to him, because a lot of people don't want to admit that they've gotten scammed because it's kind of humiliating. But if it happens, there's not. I don't shame people for getting scammed. But now it's like producer scams are in fashion. Rappers were getting scammed left and right. We know that. They still are. But now it seems as though the focus of these scammers is shifting to the producer community. And the worst part about that is, honestly, let me just talk to you for a second, is that yeah, exactly, IG, yep. Is that it's producers doing it, with the rappers, like the fake labels and stuff. It's who knows who these people are, but when it's another producer scamming producers, that's just crazy. That's crazy. All the stuff that we got to deal with now, we got to deal with our own people trying to take money out of our pockets. I wish that weren't reality. And my thing too is, for all of you out there, just research who the person making those claims are. So Scooter wants to know, in what way do they scam? So Chris Cash, what's going down? Stranger 3500, what's going down? The way they're scamming now is they're selling these documents, whatever they are, online courses, but they're not really courses. They're just instruction manuals, I guess, on how to sell beats online, that kind of thing. So you can ask for references, you can ask for a track record. People can make that up. People have definitely. Remember J1? He's still active. He's scamming people. He lies and says he was producing for all these people and winning Grammys and stuff. So people can lie and take your money, and they will lie. I mean, they're already scamming. They'll make up their resume. If they're making up their entire business model and lying about what they can deliver to you in exchange for your hard-earned money, they're going to lie about their resume. So just research So I'll put it this way. So if because the new scam that's emerging now is producers telling you how offering you a course on how to sell more beats. Because the thing is, there are so many producers out there right now that are frustrated with and I get frustrated too with the way that the competition is. Um, I don't I don't know what the hell you're talking about. All this boxing stuff. You could kiss my ass. Get out of my shit. How do I block people? I can put him in a timeout. All right. I'm trying to talk about scams here, and you're spamming my chat with I don't know what that was. Anyway, you know, just look. What the hell was I talking about? This is why I hate scams or spam. It's freaking distracting. People are like, it doesn't affect you. I'm just trying to get heard. But this guy's like trying to sell bootleg fights or something. Let me ignore some of these comments. I don't want to talk about specific scammers. All I want to say is, number one, the scam that's out now is, you know, because we're so frustrated. Producers are so frustrated about the current market for licensing beats online. It's hard. You know, there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of saturation. The algorithms have changed. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult. Things are crazy. Someone's bringing up, you know, all of these content ID. It's kind of like a crossfire going on with content ID, especially when you're using royalty-free samples, especially when you're licensing beats online. So there's all types of craziness. And I thought I put you in timeout, Spartacus, whoever you are. And so it's very easy for a scammer to come out, tell a bunch of producers, hey, look, I got a shortcut. This is how you sell beats. This is how you cut through the noise. And look, man, people, there's I understand, I get it. And that's why I have to respect the people that have come out publicly and said, yeah, I fell for such and such a scam. And I don't understand Portuguese, but I think that's a compliment. I appreciate it. And anyway, so, you know, they want to believe that another producer wouldn't scam them, so they you know, they do it. But you know, it's actually, I got 50 this is what's funny, man. People just come on here to be disrespectful, but the stuff they say is hilarious. JP on the beat. You got 56,000 subscribers, but nobody on your lives. You're on my live. Are you slow? You are on my live. Anyway, so be careful. Just, you can, if a producer is making a claim that they can help you sell more beats if you give them money, right? Then you should be able to look them up and check their numbers, right? Just do that. Just check their numbers. Stack Trace is not at my door. Stack Trace is, I know where he is. He's in my live, but he's also out on the town. How do I screen record on my computer? There's a free program called Open Broadcast Studio. Oh my god, I just realized. My bad. That was probably really boring to watch. Sorry. Do I want to give you my money for people to buy my beats? That does not make sense, sir. Kevin, appreciate you. Um, oh my God, someone was selling courses for $700. Good lord. Demario, do I have any mixing courses? I uploaded a mixing tutorial kinda this morning, but I would never. Yeah, you don't take a mixing tutorial from me. I don't know what I'm doing. Um, what was I gonna say? Gemma Red was going down. Ryan Brown, I appreciate that. Thank you. What headphones are these? Sennheiser HD 280 Pros. They take some time to get used to. I'm using Acid 8. Yeah, I agree with Patrick. What else? Rap Chat. The non-exclusive lease. I think. Are you referring to them? I think all that non-exclusivity thing is just that the fact that they're alerting you that when you upload your beats to their site that it's a non-exclusive agreement in the sense that you can upload it to whatever. You still retain your rights to your music, but because you're uploading it to them, you're licensing them that beat to use on their website, but they don't own the beat. That's the non-exclusivity. So they're not locking you in so that you can't turn around and upload to BeatStars or to SoundCloud or whatever. Who mixes my beats? I mix my beats. I just don't know what I'm doing. I mean, look, if you if you really want to watch the video this morning, that I uploaded. It is that it's me going through the process of producing and mixing, and I just kind of tell you what effects I use and what my technique is. That record, Not One of Them, for Stevie Stone, JLB Hood, and Tech Nine, which is a good song. You should check it out. It's called Not One of Them. I was excited to work with all those artists, but obviously, when I found out I knew JLB Hood and Stevie Stone were on the record because it was their album, but I didn't know that Tech Nine was on the record. So when I found that out, it was dope. Do I have? Oh my God, a whole bunch of questions. Was the track I did for Jeezy my first major placement? Yes. Do I ever have issues with my CPU while I live stream? No. I got a really fast computer though, so. But I don't think. I think OBS is a pretty memory efficient program, to be honest with you. I've never had problems with it. This always happens. I neglect the chat because I'm making the beat. Thank you, Stack Trace. Why do I think artists producing their own records is so rare? Cause I mean, you're talking about recording artists. If you're a singer songwriter or a rapper, you might really just be focused on being the best in that arena. That's why I think, when people are focused on doing all these things, like being a producer and an artist manager and running a record label and stuff, you can't be doing all those things as well as possible. I mean, you could focus on one area and just be the best at that, and I think that'll serve you well. And once you're the best at that thing, then you can explore other stuff. But I'm not here to police what people do. If you have different creative endeavors, Demario, on the BeatStars website, if I sign up, ask one-on-one and beat critique on BeatStars, I email me, because I'm not really sure what you're asking. I'm just going to type my email. So if anyone has questions about anything specific with me, like service wise, just email me. What's my connection with BeatStars? I use BeatStars, and I don't want to say I'm the face of BeatStars, but because I handle all of their not even all of their interviews anymore, but the majority of their interviews, people just kind of started associating. Like, I get emails all the time with people asking me tech support questions because they think I own BeatStars or something. I'm basically like the journalist, I interview producers. Yeah, Ricky B. I'll probably see him tonight. He mixes. If I have full records that I need to mix, like he mixed the last Public Enemy songs that I produced, but the physical copies, it's nothing is quick in the desert. The physical copies still haven't come out yet because apparently there's a lawsuit with Flavor Flav or something. But yeah, he mixed those. I recommend him. Shit. I don't FL Studio 20. I don't know. I don't know. A lot of these questions I'm getting, or these chat comments, I do not know. I just make beats. Oh, White Boy Beast, what's going down? Evermore Alliance, appreciate you. Kevin, I'm not gonna put you on timeout for the Rosenberg comment, but just know that that hurts my feelings. Can I turn up the music? Yeah, probably. How do I handle beat fatigue? I'm already ready to be. I'm already ready to move on to the next beat, man. I move on to the next beat all the time. Anyway, I can't see. Here's some. I mean, look, man. You don't need to focus on my top selling beats that I put on YouTube are not Lil Pump type beats. Um, I mean, my guess, Azim, is that you're not doing the keyword research because you don't have to appeal to people searching the newest sounding uh, style of beat. Timeless hip hop is alive and well. I mean, a Logic album that comes out, next year is gonna sound like something that could have come out in 1998, at least in part. So, as I said, my top selling beats are Jay-Z type beats or Eminem type beats. So, you can always just do what you want to do. Just be in your lane. I mean, there are a lot of top selling producers online are making 90s and early 2000s sounding kind of beats. So do what you feel and make the kind of beats that you want to make. The only suggestion is and this goes towards anyone, whether you're making YBN Namir type beats or Nas type beats, just, and obviously you're not making them, that's just how you label them, but you know what I'm saying. Just make sure that you're marketing correctly. There's no reason that you can't be successful producing, beats that are labeled golden era type beats. Matter of fact, let me let me create a new window and show you something. I've done this in other videos, and I gotta go soon. Sorry, but so these are not doing some of it. So with keyword research, number one, use some kind of keyword research tool like TubeBuddy or vidIQ. I'm using TubeBuddy, but let's just try something. Anyway, so if you want to make, I don't know, let's say golden era type beat. Let's see. So it looks like there's a moderate amount of search volume, which means that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people searching for these kinds of beats regularly on YouTube. You just have to find the right keywords. Okay, golden. Here's a freebie for anyone out there that makes golden era sounding beats. Use this keyword. Put it in your title. Put it in your description. Put it in your keyword. Golden era type beat 2018. If you don't use this keyword, because it's actually rated as a good keyword, if you don't use this keyword, I'm going to. I still might, and then now we're competing with each other. The point is that, and just to prove my point, wow, very bad. That's a 6 out of 100 rating. And the search volume is about the same, right? So the point is you don't have to feel pressured to create new sounding beats just to make sales on the internet. You don't. And a lot of producers psych themselves out because they have this perception that nobody is searching for any other kind of beat other than the sound that came out last week, and that's absolutely not true. They're searching you got to figure a lot of the people, the younger people, they don't have disposable income like somebody in their late 20s, early 30s, or 40s even has. Someone in their 40s might be able to afford a couple beat leases a month. So appeal to them. They're probably not listening to, they might not even know who Juice World is, but they probably know who Jay-Z is. They might know who T.I. is. And those types of lanes are less saturated than all the producers now on the internet competing for, Drake type beat, Lil Pump type beat, Lil Baby type beat, Gunna type beat, Young Thug type beat. Don't jump into a lane that someone is already dominating. I would never go up against the lanes that like J. Cole type beat, that's Yondo's. Young Thug type beat, that's Cash Money AP's. You just know who's running what keywords the longer you're in the game and the more research you do. So I wouldn't suggest going into those lanes. Has any artist ever released a beat and made a hit? Yeah, actually, there's this French. Let me find it. I mean, it's happening. Obviously, we know it happened with Flip De Niro. That was an exclusive lease though, but what else? We know a lot of Queen Naja Medicine. That was an internet beat. There's this French group. I just had to find it. This was
There
crazy.
are moments.
Yikes. It came out earlier this year, so 1.4 million. That was cool to find out that was doing this well. And that was a lease, because I've never, now I have, but before that I hadn't ever spoken to them. So they leased that record either from my page or from Taylor King's page, because it was a collab, and that's one of their biggest songs. So, you know what I'm saying? It definitely is possible. And that's my thing. Princess Ice, is that an app? It's actually a Chrome plugin. So just search for TubeBuddy. And do I use AdWords? Sometimes. I don't really like AdWords, truth be told. Any truth to the day and time you upload making a difference? Yeah, but you can still but it's, you just have to try, experiment, and see what works. I like Juice WRLD. I don't dislike any artist. You can research to see which dates, or I'm sorry, which times of day are the most optimal for uploading beats. I learned that Tuesdays were the best days for mailing list emails. And so I tried it out, and I'll be damned, it worked. So it was way better. Saturdays were all right. Fridays were a little better than Saturdays, but Tuesdays were the best. So, now I'm using Tuesdays. But as far as YouTube goes, I try to upload every single day. If you can't upload every single day, then just experiment. Do the research to see which days are the best, and then try those days out. Or if you can, for like a month, try to upload every single day and just see what happens, see which days are the best, and then you end up with more of an idea of what your audience, or when your audience is active. IG versus YouTube for beat placements. I can't predict beat placements at all, but don't use one over the other. Use both. Obviously some people are going to have their platforms that are, more successful than the others, and YouTube is still probably the most dominant one, but definitely Instagram for ads. If you're advertising your beats, I would say try Instagram. This is kind of I don't really have time to talk about this stuff, and I don't want to because it's boring. Every time I run an ad, I'm bored the entire time, but I know it's necessary. But I could talk about split tests and this and that and optimizing your ads and your audiences and blah blah blah. But I have a video that so it's Mike Trampy who's explaining it all, so it's not even me. And so that's better than me, because I don't, he's an expert at this, and he walks you through creating a campaign specifically for advertising beats on the Facebook and Instagram platform using Facebook Business Manager, or no, Facebook Ads Manager. So that's on my channel. It's free. Just watch it. This is the kind of stuff that people pay a lot of money for, and yeah, it is a lot to learn. If all of us had gotten into this online marketplace, yeah, advertisement is important. If we had gotten into this online marketplace 10 years ago, which I should have, I'm an idiot. I'll be the first one to admit. The competition wasn't as crazy as it is now, so it would have been easier to build up an organic following then. Now you can still obviously build up an organic following, but you really have to give people extra. You really have to stand out. You really have to focus on your strategy. And so it's still worthwhile, and you should still do it, but it's difficult. I'm not going to tell anybody out there that it's not. It is. It's a lot of work. But for me, I mean, it's a full-time job for me. So how many people actually enjoy their job? I enjoy my job because I like making music, but I'm not going to complain about having to learn about ads. People are probably wondering why I'm not just programming these, but I just kind of want to get a Flutter that I can't really program. Anyway, or maybe I can, but I just don't want to. I guess I could have programmed that. I just didn't feel like it. I'm more used to keys. See, that would have been difficult to draw in, I'm just saying. But if you still think I'm crazy, that's fine. You're not the only one. Let me answer some questions quick, and then I gotta head out. Do I have any plaques? Yes. I have 2 plaques. Well, I don't. One of them haven't ordered yet. Well, then I have the. Glad you asked. I got this recently, and I could order like 3 more of these, but they're, it costs money, man, and people think that they just automatically send you these just because, but you gotta pay for everything. Some producers don't. Some producers have publishers that pay. Let me see if you can even see this. This is for Billboard, because we had a #1. Royce da 5'9" debuted at #1. We actually beat Rihanna on the top R&B hip hop albums chart back in, when was this? May 7th of 2016. So anytime you get #1 records, on Billboard, it's a big deal. So, I could do those, but that money adds up. What software do I use to make soulful beats? I use the same software for everything. I use Acid Pro. I mean, you can do it with any software, honestly. My drum rolls are on point, blah, blah, blah. Any advice? Nah, I'd say use what you use. I mean, I don't trigger, I very rarely trigger drums. Have I produced for any North Carolina rappers? Yeah, me and Rain have, we have like a whole album that hasn't come out, but then we have a bunch of music that is already out. He's from out there. There were a bunch of artists out there that I was working with. I was out there recently, actually. Yeah, I was out there in North Carolina recently for an event. Where do I draw a line between writing sounds people are familiar with and pushing boundaries to create something new? That's something we have to ask ourselves, honestly. I mean, you should have your own style. I don't know. I don't know, man. That's too big of a question. Would I ever clap with a producer? I clap with producers all the time if they do something cool. Oh, collab? Yeah. Let me. I'm sorry, man. I gotta. Oh crap! Yeah, I really gotta go. It's Memory's birthday. I don't want to be late. Appreciate all of you. I'll put. Stop it, man. I'll put this. I'll put this online shortly. Shout out to all of you for tuning in. Be safe. Enjoy the weekend. Oh, there's a on my Facebook page. There's a free sample library that I shared last night. So download that. Enjoy. Nocturne Records, don't wink yet. Don't wink yet. Go back and watch the whole video. Anyway, peace everyone. Have a good night. Be safe.